Hey there, YouTube fans. Mike Palumbo. I just want to talk about a case where I just got one of my clients' license back after a lengthy revocation. And before I get into it, please share, like, and subscribe to this video and hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. And this case is really a case study, and the message here is really, whenever you need a lawyer, always hire the right lawyer. Don't hire a lawyer that's cheap or just happens to be in your town. Whenever you hire a lawyer, hire a lawyer that specializes in what you need. The problems to my client were caused by hiring the wrong lawyer, a lawyer that didn't really specialize in traffic ticket defense. My client was involved in, he was 18 years old, he was involved in a one-car accident where he lost control of the car it was a slow speed accident. Speed wasn't involved. He just slid off the road. It had been raining. The pavement was wet. He was obviously going too fast for conditions. But it wasn't like he was on a highway or just grossly speeding. Slid off the road. It was a low-speed accident. The side of the road was like a ravine or a ditch because it was a side street. And how he rolled off the road, it caused the vehicle to roll over, and that's how his passenger was unfortunately killed. It was a fatality. The kid had head trauma. But he was charged in a local court with a bunch of violations. And then he had the fatality hearing. Whenever you get into an accident and there's fatality, even if the fatality happened in the other car, no matter what the situation, there's always going to be fatality hearing at the DMV. And these hearings have to be prepped properly. You need to send all the evidence out to your own accident reconstructionist to have some affirmative evidence that the accident wasn't caused by you, or if it was caused by you, evidence of mitigation that wasn't fully your fault. That wasn't done. Also, when there's a fatality, the police department, they do a better accident report, but that's not the one readily available to the public. You're entitled to it. You just got to request it. And sometimes I guess maybe it wasn't done. I don't even know if it was done or not because the lawyer never requested to see any further accident reports and accident reconstruction. So you want your own accident reconstructionist. You want to get the police department's accident reconstruction report. That wasn't done, and it was just, the lawyer, I'm sure he's great and whatever it was he really does, but he was a fish out of water with these cases, and the kid lost his license, and worse off, he lost it in a very bad way where it wasn't going to be automatic get it back. If I was representing him, I'm not saying he wouldn't have lost his license, but I would have known how bad it was. So I would have went in there with all the evidence. I would have prepped the case fatality hearing fully to try to get the allegation of liability dismissed, knowing that I'm probably going to lose. So then what I would have done was went off the record, conversed it with the administrative law judge before I started the case, showed him my evidence, and said, look, nonetheless, my client was driving the car. So rather than do the hearing, could we negotiate a suspension instead of a revocation? Hell, I would have went for a longer period of suspension than a shorter period of revocation, because revocations cause other problems when you're trying to get your license back that suspensions don't cause. You could also get conditional privileges while you're suspended, where you can't while you're revoked. And if that lawyer knew that, he would have went in there with that frame of mind. And it would have been apparent in the record I got, but he didn't know that. So the guy got revoked, and he had to take other steps after his revocation period was over to get his license back. He just kept applying, and they kept telling him no. Once I got involved, I knew exactly what had to be done. He had to take a defensive driving class. He had to show the records from the court proceeding, everything I had gotten dismissed. There was other things he needed to do, and I reapplied to get his license back. I showed him all the evidence of what he needed to do, and he got his license back. But this never would have happened if he had the right lawyer to begin with. So that's the message. If you got a traffic ticket matter, call me, 1-877-99-NO-TICKS. But if you have another matter, you can call me if you need a lawyer in New York State. I'll help you find somebody. I'm not going to do a case I shouldn't do, and no lawyer should do that. Always find a lawyer that specializes in what you need to handle the legal issue that you have. Find a lawyer that specializes in what you do. They're the right lawyer because their reputation resides in that practice area. It's what they do all day long. It's their bread and butter. It's what they do day in and day out. It's their reputation on the line. They care about the case very much, not just for you, which is the reason why I care about all my clients, but I care about my cases for me as well. You want a lawyer who cares about his case for his own personal reputation. So that's it, and have a great evening, and we'll see you at the next one.